Okay, we are going to be testing the hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide with the universal indicator. Now we are going to be placing about 5 drops of hydrochloric acid in a test tube, and we are going to add about 5 drops accurately, not to over pour the universal indicator in the test tube. You can see the color change from clear to pink, and you can see on our pH scale this is around pH of 4. We're going to leave it for 30 seconds and read the results to be conservative. We are going to add sodium hydroxide solution into the test tube, 5 drops, and we are going to add about 5 drops of the universal indicator. So you can see the color change too. Dark purple. So it's between pH 9 or 10. We're going to leave it for about 30 seconds and see the color change. Okay, so I just brought the camera closer to the test tube to see. So I think this is a pH 11, so this is for sodium hydroxide. And I also think that this is more pH 3, this is for the hydrochloric acid. Testing water samples with the universal indicator. We are going to test first tap water. We are going to add about 6 drops. I've added, it's okay. 1 drop extra is fine. So it's like that. And now we are going to be adding very carefully, not to over add. 5 drops of the universal indicator. We shake it up and we see the color change to the green color. We have to leave it for 30 seconds and then we're going to compare to the chart. Now we are going to be testing salt water. We are going to add 5 drops of salt water, and then we are going to add about 5 drops of universal indicator. Again, very carefully, not to over add. Just shake it up like that. See the color change to sort of light green color. We are going to leave it in a test tube for 30 seconds. Then we are going to test deionized water, and we are going to add 5 drops of deionized water in the test tube. And then we are going to add 5 drops of universal indicator. As you can see, the color change from clear to yellow-green. Again, we're going to leave it for 30 seconds and compare it to the chart. Well, we are ready to read. We are going to read this color as color corresponding to pH 7 on the scale. So this is tap water. We are going to compare this color, green color, of the salt water after we added universal indicator to the chart color, And we are observing it again around 7. Now we are observing the color change of the deionized water. You see it's slightly yellow. And also the green hinge. So I think it's between 6 or 7. We are going to record the results. We are going to be testing the bleach solution again. We are adding a couple of drops of the bleach solution and we are adding a few drops of universal indicator. We see the color turning sort of slightly green and yellow, and I'm going to leave it for 30 seconds, of course, and then read the pH. Okay, after 30 seconds, the pH of these bleach tablets with lemon fizz is around 6 or 7. Normal bleach is slightly basic, but this is improved bleach and it contains some ingredients that make it slightly acidic. Okay, so lemonade, after 30 seconds of adding universal indicator, shows the color change of the pink color from the clear to the pink, and we can see that this change corresponds to pH 3 on the pH scale. After about 30 seconds, after adding the universal indicator to the vinegar, the color became bright pink, and we can see that this color corresponds to pH 3 on the scale. After about 30 seconds, I have read the color of the solution that the color change corresponds to pH 3 because, see, this is pink, and we can identify that color on the scale as pH 3. After around 30 seconds, our solution of tomato juice with the universal indicator shows a slightly color change from dark red color of tomato juice to the bright red color of the tomato juice and the universal indicator. We are comparing this color to the color chart, and we can see that the color in the test tube corresponds to pH 3. After about 30 seconds, we are now ready to check the color change of the bicarb soda with the universal indicator added to it. We can see that the color has indeed developed in 30 seconds, and we can see that the color developed corresponds to the color on the scale, green, sort of light green color, and we can see that the color of our solution corresponds to pH 8 on the scale. After about 30 seconds, I'm ready to read my final result. So I can see that the color is quite dark green, and I'm going to read the color chart and see where does it correspond to what pH. I can see that it is around pH 7. So it's sort of dark green. So after about 30 seconds, we are checking the final color of the milk and universal indicator in the test tube. So the reaction has occurred. The color changed from white 2, a orange color, and we are ready to read the final color match. So we can see the color in the test tube matches the color on the scale, and it's sort of orangey color. So the pH of the milk then equals to 5.